2 years ago, I decided to embark on my plant-based journey, and since then it's been kind of a bit of a roller coaster. I've been the leanest I've ever been. I've been smaller than I was before I went vegan, and now today I am sitting at almost 220 pounds, and I'm the biggest and strongest I've ever been as a vegan. This bulking session has gone so well, but how did I get here? How have I become so consistently successful this bulking season after so much ups and downs in the past with my vegan journey? In this video, I'm going over exactly what has changed since I first went vegan and the changes you can apply to your bulking season as well. What's good, everyone? It's Cole Hastings, and if you're trying to evolve your body and mind through a plant-based diet as well as personal development topics, then consider subscribing. Obviously, there's two main factors to how you're actually going to build more muscle and bulk up, and that is eating more calories than you burn, as well as getting stronger in the gym, and both of those things have been happening. So first off, I was able to eat more because my body got used to more fiber. Now being over 2 years vegan, it's taken 2 years, but pretty much all of my bloating and gas issues have been completely reduced. At the start, it was a little tough, especially when bulking that first bulking round about a year ago. Because I was eating more fiber, and that can cause huge bloating issues. And when I bloat, the problem is I'm really self-conscious about it, and I'm like, I don't want to eat anymore because I look so terrible. But really, I needed to eat more calories in order to actually gain weight. And so fiber was something that stopped me for a really long time, but now that's pretty much not even a problem anymore. I can down these really high fiber foods that are also just very nutritious, very high in protein, and eat an absolute shit ton of them, unlike last bulking season. So if you're having this problem, just know that it takes time. It took me 2 years for me to actually develop and get adapted to this amount of fiber. So just know that that amount of fiber intake is going to take time, and gradually increase your fiber intake over time. But if you're having trouble right now eating too much fiber and you need to lower your fiber, there are plenty of recipes that I give you guys in one of my recent videos. That's a full day of eating video, and it's specifically high protein and low fiber foods. So go check that one out, and it'll help you a lot. Hey guys, so I realized after recording this video that I didn't want to just direct you to another video, but give you actual concrete examples within this video. So here we have 5 high fiber foods that are pretty common among vegan athletes: apples, oats, garbanzo beans, lentils, and quinoa. And what you can do is swap the apple for a banana. It's lower in fiber, it doesn't fill you up as much. Swap the oats for maybe some white rice, low fiber. Garbanzo beans for seitan, again, good protein but low fiber, just like swapping lentils for extra firm tofu. And then quinoa you can swap for something like brown rice pasta. The second reason that I am the biggest I've ever been is because I'm eating more than ever. Now you might be thinking I said this at the start already, but when I mean eating more than ever, I mean probably well above the amount of calories that I'm burning each day. I don't actually track macros, but I have just been stuffing myself with food and switching up some foods so that I get more calories in with less food. So let me explain this to you guys. You don't have to be perfect with your vegan diet. You don't have to eat all whole foods. You can actually get benefits for bulking, at least, just for bulking, not really health benefits, by eating these kind of processed foods. And I know that I said I'm able to eat more whole foods now than ever. I'm still eating processed foods, a little bit of them, to help me out with those extra calorie boosters. So like vegan butters, like a little bit of oil has helped a lot. Stuff like bagels, which is just like so, like I had a bagel that was this big and it was like 300 calories today. So just remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, especially at the start when you can't even handle that many whole foods, the amount of fibrous foods that it is. Just make sure you're eating 80% whole foods, and then 20% of that can be like processed foods like chocolate and oil and foam meats and whatnot. The way I've gotten my stomach used to more food is actually I use this general rule. Here, listen up, this one's really smart. So think about your usual meal size, like what you think is the max amount that you could eat without feeling super sick. And then what you want to do is add a couple more 100 calories over this and just push through your limits. Every time you say, I can't eat anymore, get a couple extra 100 calories in. And something that doesn't feel like a lot more calories is something like high fat foods, which is my next point. I increased my fat intake slightly. High fat foods are naturally high in calories because compared to carbohydrates and protein, which are 4 calories per gram, fat is 9 calories per gram. So when you eat higher fat foods and increase your fat ratio in your macro split, as a consequence, you're going to be eating more calories. So having those foods in there has really helped to increase my calories, but also it feels like so many vegans are scared to increase their fat intake because they've all heard high carb, low fat diet is the best for reversing disease. It's like the most healthy ever for you, but that's really not always the case. If you want to reverse heart disease, yeah, maybe. But a high carb and moderate fat intake diet can actually help to balance your hormones, and it helps you increase the absorption of some vitamins, which could have helped me recover and build my muscles quicker. And that's just on top of the fact that fat has more calories in it. Also, I'm going to show in the video right now a list of the foods that have helped me get in more easy calories throughout the day. Adding these foods to your next meal could help bump it up an extra few hundred calories, and add one of these into every single one of your next meals. And if even after all that you're still not bulking correctly, like you're still not gaining weight, you're eating as much as possible, but you're not seeing any results, then check out my video. It's a complete beginner's guide to vegan bodybuilding, and that also shows you how to eat enough calories. And apart from the food aspect, the next point, the reason that I'm the biggest I've ever been is because I'm lifting the heaviest weights I have ever been, combined with the best form that I've ever had. So with eating the most I ever have is obviously going to come with the strength benefits. So I'm able to lift the most I ever have. All my compound lifts have gone up pretty significantly since the start of this bulk. And we all know how important progressive overload is, consistently getting stronger in the gym. But what might be even more important than that, because my strength hasn't gone up too much, it has, but not too much, is due to the fact that my form is so good on every single exercise now, and that's just due to having lifted for so long. You see, there comes a point in time in your lifting career when everything just clicks between the muscles and your weights, and your mind-muscle connection becomes the strongest, and therefore you're able to do the best range of motion, the best form, for the most amount of reps that you can do. I've never had such good form, and people don't understand how important form is to also increasing muscle mass. When you improve your form, it's also a form of progressive overload. So I'm essentially doing 2 types of progressive overload, increasing the weight as well as bettering my form, whereas before all I was doing was increasing the weight. And you know, 2 is better than 1. And this has obviously come with the correct workout split. I do a 5-day split personally, which is push, pull, legs, rest, upper body, lower body, rest. And above all, what all these points boil down to is just consistently working on something for years and constantly improving your craft at that thing. It's not necessarily that I'm working harder now to gain muscle and get bigger on a vegan diet. It's just that I'm working smarter. You get better and better at it over the years as you continually do it. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, leave a like for me. It lets me know that I should make more educational videos like this, and leave a comment if you guys have any more questions. I'll be happy to answer them all. I'm just trying to get you guys to see the same results as me in the gym so we can all just be huge vegan gorilla monsters. Thank you for watching till the end. I'll see you guys later.